Welcome to Yoga Challenge for upper body, leg, and core strengthening. So let's start in all fours. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And then just for a moment here, exhale and round in. Pause and just take your lower belly up. Feel your shoulder blades widening and just tone your serratus, which is right along the outsides, under the shoulder blades, towards your ribs, and just feel that action in your serratus muscles. Okay, now bring it to a plank. Tuck your toes. Do the same thing. Lower belly in and up. Widen, just rounding a little bit. All right, we're going to go between the plank and the upward dog. So you could stay up on the toes, on the balls of the feet if you'd like, or go over the toes. So you go inhale, upward dog, exhale back to plank. Round it in. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale back to plank. We'll just do a couple more. Inhale, upward dog. So just flow with your breath. Exhale back to plank. Grounding through the thumbs, through the knuckles. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, plank. All right, but just two more. Inhale, upward dog. Plank. Last one. Upward dog. And plank. Just hold for a moment. Engage your legs. Really, nose round up a little more again. Front ribs in. Good. When you're ready, just take a moment, resting in child's pose. And I like to give you a little moment in between these things. The next one gets a little more intense. We'll be doing a knee down chaturanga going towards upward dog. So it's basically the same pattern. Sometimes I refer to these as upward dog push-ups. So basically, you go to all fours, come forward like a gentle chaturanga. So you're going to go elbows in, heart forward, lean out. Now here, you could do it the soft way where you go just on tops of the feet, inhale, come back down, exhale. Or you can do it where you go over the toes, like I was showing you earlier. So you go here, and then upward dog, and then back over the toes. Come back down. Exhale. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, dip back down. Upward dog, got to really keep your shoulders even. Elbows in. Exhale, dip back down. So you just do this little, sometimes I refer to it as a double dip. So it's like you're dipping on the way into your upward dog. You're dipping on the way out. Okay, just two more. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Good. Rest in child's pose. See, that gets pretty intense. It shows you how chaturanga is really hard. If that knee down chaturanga is hard. Okay, now let's go from here. Inhale to all fours. Tuck your toes, come back to downward dog. Exhale. Just take a moment in downward dog. Extending through, and then slowly walk your feet forward. Fold into the forward bend. Exhale. And then slowly come up. Inhale. Good. Come to a wide goddess-style squat. Toes are turned out, knees are bent. Always make sure the knees are pointing straight towards your toes. Now, I'm going to start you off with a pattern where we go from the squat towards a lunge. This one, you're basically going to go, keep your hands on your thighs and then drop one knee down and touch. Now that other foot, you can just keep it at an angle, but just maybe a little bit of pivot here. So you go inhale up, exhale, pivot, and touch that knee down. Inhale up, pivot, and touch. Just be mindful that you're not hurting your knee. Inhale up, exhale, pivot, and touch. So you can always put something underneath your knee there. Inhale up, squatting, exhale, touch. Inhale up, and touch. Inhale. Just always be mindful of your knee positioning as well. Inhale. Just continue like this. Inhale in the squat, exhale, pivot. Inhale, squat, pivot. All right, maybe just 2 more rounds. Good. When you're ready, just turn your feet to parallel and ease into the forward bend. Wherever you need to be, just relax, breathe. So the next pattern gets a little more intense. It's the same pattern, but now we're going to add in a little twist. So you come back up to your goddess squat or your wide horse stance. Arms come out. Sometimes we call these cactus arms, right? For those from Texas. Okay, so then notice it's the same pattern, except this time we'll do a little more of a pivot. So I'm going to pivot towards my left side and then come into the lunge and touch elbow to knee. Inhale back up to the goddess. So there's that little pivot in there. And pivot out and dip the knee down, touch. Inhale back to goddess. Exhale, pivot and touch. Back to goddess. Exhale, pivot and touch. So you got to get used to this little pivot. Pivot and touch. Exhale. Inhale up. Pivot and touch. Exhale. Inhale up. And continue. Exhale, cross. Inhale up. Cross. Inhale up. Cross. Inhale up. Cross. Okay, just 2 more. Inhale up. And cross. Inhale up. Last one. Good. Stay in your goddess for a few breaths. Just sit into it. Scoop the tailbone under. Widen across your chest. And then, when you're ready, just take your hands down, turn your toes in, and fold for a few breaths. Good. Now, heel toe your feet into about shoulder width and come down to a squat. Okay, now we're going to do a classic. It's for me, it's classic. Navasana, boat pose. So, and I call it the chop. So first, just set up your boat pose. You'll hold the backs of the legs. Keep your sacrum coming away from the floor. Sternum lifted. And then extend. So you come to your regular boat pose. It's okay to bend the knees a little bit. Now what we'll do is arms reach up as you inhale and the legs come towards the floor. Exhale, legs up, arms towards the floor. Inhale, arms up, legs towards the floor. Exhale, chop. Inhale, reach. Exhale, chop. Reach. Now sometimes I reverse the breath. If you feel like your body would feel better doing it reversed, you can go exhale, legs down, inhale, legs up. Either way, it doesn't feel as much like a chop though when you do it that way. So if I go exhale, chop, inhale, reach. Just a couple more. Good. And then come in, heels in, knees out. Just take a moment, relaxing into your inner hip stretch, your Baddha Konasana. Let your breath come smoothed out. Okay, now we'll do one more variation of this. This one gets a little bit more challenging. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see this. And so we're going to go all the way back. And we'll go like this. So we're going to do that chop again. So you go inhale all the way down here. And then exhale up and chop. Inhale, reach. Exhale, up and chop. So you're just coming back up to that kicking Navasana. In between, you just go all the way back. Now, you can reach your arms way up overhead. Up, kick, and chop. Inhale, release down. Exhale, up, kick, and chop. Inhale down. Up, kick, and chop. Just keep going for a little bit. Don't worry, in these videos I don't try to make it super crazy. Just crazy enough. How about one more? Good, and then just sit back, sit bones back, heels forward, and come to a nice, long, sitting forward bend. Leaning in slowly. Good. I think I'll leave it at that for this one. So that was your yoga challenge for the moment. Thank you so much. Namaste.